of Super Saturday on Railers taking on the Gronks. Find out what level Brookie is playing as soon as he gets on and he can answer the question. But Belmore,
just so who knows?
Yeah, well, this is a when I was playing for the old Moorebank Rams and Milpera Colts. So there's Tedesco bringing old Belmore. Used to go to many a game there. As you can see, it's quite full if you look in the crowd. Looks like there's quite a few people in what's it called, Mumba out. Come to support today. So we got Val Holmes.
It's been a laundry mistake and someone mixed some colours with some whites. Let's not get too excited about them being the fans.
And here's Val Holmes kicking off to start Game 3 of Super Saturday on Saturday, and Regan Campbell-Gillard having the first hit up. There has been a change to the lineup for the Gronks.
For Gillard, actually.
Yeah.
Normally he's starting off the bench, so to see him there to have the first hit up, that's a good change for him.
Mate, been given a lifeline by CEO Kev Tamata, and starting in the front row for the Chester Road Railers. Now, just before we keep going, there has been a lineup change for the Gronks. Mitchell Pearce has been relegated to the bench, and Adam Reynolds has been brought in to play number 7 for them. So a bit of a change on the run. There is a change that Aussie Tugboat want made too, so we will do that before the game, and let's just see how it all plays out. So Val Holmes was tackled on the 11-metre mark, bringing the ball back from a kick, so maybe Chester Road have already figured out how to shut him down.
Yeah, well, it's a much better start for him than the Eagles had.
Oh, yeah, true. And Rudolph straight through the middle of the Railers defence and then drops the ball in the tackle. So the Railers go on the attack, 32 out from the Gronks line, and they throw an intercept, and Adam Reed start to the game for both the Railers and the Gronks.
Yeah, well, you know, it's gonna happen. You know, both teams didn't set the ball on fire last year, just trying to make up for things. I think the Gronks are a little bit excited by the prospect of Val Holmes, and well, Chester Road Railers. Well, we already discussed how possibly their win last week was the upset of the season, even though it was round 1.
And very true that is. Both teams coming off a win from round 1, so like the last game, both teams are wanting to keep their momentum going. And join Benji Brilliance at the top of the ladder following their win over Cabbage in rather controversial circumstances. So you can see the sun is shining out at Belmore Way today. It has been raining the last 2 games in Campbelltown and ANZ, but Belmore flushed with sun at the moment, and what a hit up by Herrera Nera. Oh, okay, you might need to.
I've just had to mute it there. We've finally been able to get this delay on. Apologies for that. I was trying to commentate without any footage.
Oh well, luckily I can keep you up on it now. So you've obviously got it back.
Yes, I've got everything up now. And
what a play! Chester Road. Oh, brought down a metre from the line.
Running down the sideline.
Yeah, mate. Jordan Rapana. Obviously.
That is a huge human being as well. Is that Corey Horsburgh?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the big red hair on the top there.
And Corey Harawira Nora. Wow. Okay, well, I suppose it isn't a school night, so yeah. Play on.
Oh, they've been in lockdown, so he's been able to focus on his football.
Yeah.
See?
Nice. Oh, wow, straight through the middle. Who was that trying to make a tackle? That was piss poor.
Oh, and there's the delay working a treat. Josh Jackson, he's started off all right for the Gronks so far, hasn't he?
Yeah, he look. I'm not going to lie. 2 years in a row, I've nearly signed Josh Jackson during the the initial bidding rounds because I thought, no one would have picked him up during the draft. No one would have picked him up. And no, both years I'm like, he's a quiet achiever. He's going to get picked up, and rightly so.
Very good player, Josh Jackson. Great defensively, let's be fair. Probably more a defensive player than an attacking player. But still, going to get you plenty of points or will take plenty of points off the opposition if you happen to pick him up. Tim Gillespie going through a huge hole in the Gronks line there. Great cutout pass. It's been entertaining already. Horsburgh's gone through. Oh, he's pulled down as he's going in under the post.
With a wrecking ball?
It was from behind. That kind of says a lot. Oh, he's knocked it back. Tedesco brought down 5 metres out. So the Chester Road Railers have made their intentions very clear. They intend to attack today. Boyd Cordner goes straight through though. Gets to the 30-metre line. Good hit up off their own line. Reid Mahoney had a bit of a brain fart there.
We've got a little bit of a lull in the game. Oh, wait, no, maybe not.
Oh, so he's dead set.
Lost a bit of picture there. It came back and they were making a line break.
We've got to knock on. The Gronks have knocked it on the 30-metre line. Straight under the pump now with Chester Road through Tedesco with a hit up. Kiri on to Trent Merrin and his return from the Super League.
Yeah, and what a return it's been so far. Would have been surprised that he did get picked up round 1 in the draft.
Yep.
But, you know what, only time will tell whether or not this will be a valuable pickup. I'm sure there would have been a lot of disappointment over at...
He's going to go up. No, held up. Held up. Sorry about that, Paulie.
Oh, good. Just saying, would have been a lot of disappointment over at Kev's household when he realised the Dragons, of all teams, were benching Trent Merrin.
Yes.
But, you know, time will tell.
He'll come out. He'll come out strong. He's got a lot to feed that passion of his with the dirty being done with young Sally Fitzgibbon.
Yeah.
He is the creator of doing a Trent Merrin, meaning you were batting about 7 leagues out of your own. Sally Fitzgibbon.
That is very true. And hey, dude, at this stage, it looks like Chester Road Railers are in fact doing a Merrin. That first win just came as a complete surprise to everybody.
How much wind is in the game? He is dead set just booted that from his own 30 into the a minute if it hasn't already. But that's a huge
just
kick.
Looking at it now, and he's put some hurt on that ball.
Hasn't he? That's huge. So as we all know, Tamari, very good return. Tamari Martin did the dirty on Trent Merrin, so luckily he's not playing. Otherwise I'd expect to see a couple of big hits from Trent on him for doing the dirty with Sally.
Is this true or is this fake news?
Look, it's allegedly. I will go on the record to say allegedly did the dirty. However, there is very strong opinions coming from the rugby league world that suggests that it is a true statement. But at the moment...
If that's the case, I've got serious questions about Sally's taste in net.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
No longer is it doing a Merrin. That's almost doing a Tamari.
Oh, doing a Tamari. Yeah, look, she's clearly got drunk with the boys one night and got a bit desperate. But anyway, just in case somebody picks up and decides to sue us, we might get off this particular topic. And get back to the football. And that's, I just want to make it clear that all statements just made are alleged statements, not actually proven true. Another huge kick. The Gronks have a boot on them. Once again, Tedesco picks it up from the dead ball line and brings it out to the 10, but absolutely firing the ball. We'll have to see what the wind is doing there, because the Gronks
Is there a chance here that Tedesco probably should just let this roll?
Ooh, I was afraid what can happen in this game is if you kick the ball close enough to the sideline, the opposition player will run it over the sideline for you. I was a little worried then that he was about to take that ball over the dead ball line. and force a line goal
Worried
dropout.
wasn't my emotion. I'll be honest with you. I was hoping. I was hopeful.
Hoping. Well, I can see the internet has boosted up since the start of this game, so clearly Frankie's taken our advice and decided to watch the game instead of do his usual. So welcome if you are watching, Frankie. It's always a pleasure to have you on board, mate. Oh, good. Oh, James Roberts. What a try.
Frankie, Australia thanks you too.
Australia does, but James Roberts steps his way through the line. Tedesco couldn't keep up with him, and he's kept going to score under the posts. Look at this, Tedesco diving at thin air.
I have not seen Tedesco look that stupid since Kalen Ponga.
And didn't he make him look stupid, hey? So James Roberts.
I'm not going to. Wow, I just saw the replay of that missed tackle from Teddy. And
it was very Darius Boyd-esque.
I'm approaching Blue Ant and asking for some sort of compensation for making him look that bad.
Oh, look, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Chester Road Railers had signed Darius Boyd as their fullback.
No, because there was a shoulder attempted in there.
Okay. Oh, I thought diving the other way was very Darius Boyd-esque, actually. But sure, let's keep giving Tedesco a bit more of a rap. He is a New South Welshman, so we do have a lot of love for him. Just not in the Dominato Cup.
Great boy from the old Southwest Sydney Academy days, and I remember him when he was 15.
Yeah, it comes from out Picton way, doesn't he, if I'm not mistaken? Or played for the Picton Magpies, at least. Yeah, there you go.
Camden.
Camden, was it? Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Bit of local knowledge from a couple of locals calling Dominato Cup for you here on Super Saturday. We are currently a minute away from half-time, and the Gronks are leading 6-0.
And surprisingly, Val Holmes not involved.
Hasn't scored a try. Val Holmes.
You know what? Get your money back now, Frankie.
Yeah, turned it on for round one to sort of go, hey guys, I'm back from the NFL. And then game two went, you know what? I'm sick of carrying you lads. How about you guys do something? And James Roberts steps up to the plate and goes, hold my beer. So good to see.
Enough.
So could
be a bit of case of catching a bit of Hain-Plane syndrome.
That's right. Well, that's the last play of the half, so we're going into half-time. Look at Tedesco. Your uniform's too clean, mate. Get in there and do something. So, half-time. The Gronks are going in 6-0 on top of Chester Road Railers.
Well, it's a decent game so far. A little bit of back and forth. Hasn't been too many stupid errors either. I'm impressed mainly with the quality of these uniforms.
Do you like them?
I do like these uniforms. They're probably some of the best ones I've seen so far.
Oh, thank you very much. A bit of time was put into creating it.
Sponsorship for Frankie.
Yeah,
and for the Gronks.
And because he thinks he's Kiwi, once again, I'm sorry if there is a bit of a bloodline that leads back to New Zealand. But because he does think he's Kiwi, I have used the Warriors logo on their uniform. And if you'd noticed, I've paid a homage to the Roosters, who Kev goes for, putting the Steggles sponsorship on the back of the jersey for them.
You see, it's really pixelated here, so I just thought he was covered in semen.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll pay that. and not he's the one with Herrera Nera too, isn't it?
Yes, Herrera Nera.
Speaking of him,
smashing a squad that is against female rights, I believe,
or at least school female rights, anyway.
How's Jack DeBellin going over there?
Yes. Well, as everybody might know from the weekly wrap-up, an application was put into the Dominato Cup administration to give Jack DeBellin a contract. Now, it was knocked back. He is still facing some pretty strong sexual assault allegations. However, the cheekiness of the CEO of the Chester Road Railers to even put it in shines through. So,
well, you know what? There are people that will do anything to win, and usually they're the ones that do.
yeah, and you're right there. Rudolph actually holds on to the ball after a break this time. Good job. If only he had the front door to the
old sticky spray at best.
yeah. If only Chester Road Railers had the front door to the New York apartment, they might have held Matt Lodge out a little longer than they did last game. But they're still here with a win on the board. Currently down 6-0 at Belmore Stadium. I'll tell you what, the kebabs out at Belmore Stadium are on point, second to none. So get out there and give it a try.
Well, look, I'm pretty sure Belmore Stadium is the only sports ground in Australia where you can attend freely without breaking social distancing. It only holds, I think, a total of 40 people.
That's about right. I can tell you now, though, in the it might have even been in the 90s, around 97, there was a massive riot that occurred on the hill at Belmore Stadium. Pretty much sealed the fate of the stadium as a regular used stadium.
Was that the Ran Out of Falafel Day?
I think it might have been. One of my highlights from the football that I got to see at Belmore Stadium was when, he's dropped it cold. Oh, and they've said knock back.
That is a peculiar highlight.
Sorry about that. But it was an interesting play live as we watch it. But yes, one of my highlights was when Solomon Hamono took a hit up for the Canterbury Bulldogs during the Super League, got knocked out cold, like plain and simple, out cold on the ground. His mum jumped the fence and ran out to him. No word of a lie, no bullshit. That is exactly what happened. His mum ran onto the field. Solomon Hamono is known as probably one of the toughest players to play the game of rugby league. Has a boxing career behind him as well. Gets knocked out.
I have an interesting side note on that boxing career too.
Oh yes, and what's that side note you've got, mate?
Well, I happen to know a bloke who came up against him in the ring.
Oh yeah?
Got disqualified because he decided maybe to throw a punch while he was down after a good clean hit.
All right. And who is that bloke that you talk of?
Choose not to name names right now.
Okay, cool. Let's run with that then. We are at an all-time high of 4 viewers. Actually, no, we hit 5 viewers last game, didn't we?
Jeez, so, that's like half the crowd.
Oh, no. Forward pass by the Gronks put the Railers on the attack. What are we, about 15 out from the line? 10 out from the line, and the Railers are on the attack.
Wow, that is cardinal error.
Tedesco. All day, every day, don't give him a chance. He goes straight through the line and scores next to the post for the Chester Road Railers.
Clearly making up for that clean jersey.
Watch this. Steps him there. Val Holmes again, not particularly anywhere close to him, and makes up for that shocker attempted tackle on James Roberts with a try to himself next to the posts. And we've got Brodie Croft.
I'd like to take a different angle at this.
Yeah.
I believe that was a similar location where Tedesco went completely the wrong way on James Roberts in the first half. I'm going to throw it out there. Belmore Sports Ground, shocking surface. Maybe they just tripped.
Maybe that is what it is, because it's the other side of the post. So James Roberts scored on the left side, Tedesco just scored on the right side. But funny enough, yes, same part of the field. So with 22 minutes, or what is it, 21 minutes left to go in the second half, we are 6-all. Can we be going to
see Val Holmes gets himself on camera again?
Oh, naturally. That's why he asked to do the kicking, even though Adam Reynolds is playing number 7 at the moment, see? Actually, I should have probably swapped that. We'll see if Frankie's got any feedback for me. Who we got here?
Shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Get that Mamba mentality going from Cecil, giving it to young Frankie. Good job, Cecil. I have enjoyed the banter you've brought to the competition already. Not a fan of your team's colours, but have enjoyed your banter, mate. Keep it up. Love the confidence. Oh, see? And exactly what I was talking about earlier. Chester Road have put a kick in near the sideline, and Val Holmes has picked it up and then proceeded to run over the sideline, putting
it's
a lot.
Not the NFL, buddy. It's a turnover.
Oh, no.
You can't just take it out of bounds. He's forgotten what sport he's playing.
20 out from
Next thing you know, he's going to start calling a fair catch.
Yeah, I hope he does and gets walloped for it. So the Chester Road Railers on the attack. 18 minutes to go. The scores are all tied up. Let's see if they've got what they're going to need to get across the line here. Frankie will be on the edge of his seat.
And so
oh, he's thrown an intercept. No, he hasn't. Oh, Horsburgh. He's thrown it into a Gronks player who's dropped the ball, and it's 6 again.
You can't afford to do that when you're defending your line.
No,
if the opportunity's there, you take it. That was in the
breadbasket. Horsburgh under the black dot. Look at that ranger. We've all got one that we call a mate. Corey Horsburgh is followed up, takes an offload while Val Holmes is defending against Keary, goes in under the post, and Brodie Croft has a shot from right in front to put the Chester Road Railers 6 points in front.
Wow, you are not wrong about being a ranger. Someone set that kid's head on fire.
Isn't he? And look at the monster referee. He's now a touch judge in this game. There he is. Putting his
look, let's be honest. The crowd is a Belmore crowd and probably need to be intimidated into staying on the other side of the fence.
Well, he is currently on the side of the hill, so he'd be copping plenty out there. But I'm pretty sure as soon as he turns around to the crowd, they would go silent. He is a massive machine. The Chester Road Railers currently with 15 minutes to go, 12-6 in front at Belmore Stadium in game number 3 of Super Saturday.
And congratulations to all the sportsbet punters out there that had any money on the Railers.
Another payout. We have dead set paid out Sportsbet for 4 of the 6 teams that have played so far.
But you know what? It's working in their favour today. We've only seen one game, and that was the first game of Super Saturday on Saturday, that would have paid out both teams. I'll let you call this. Looks like a line break.
It is a line break down the sideline. Jordan Rapana, he has been tackled. They're 20-21 out. I'm going to have to say Chester Road Railers are definitely the dominant team in this particular game so far. I mean, the Gronks started the game with a great try. Put a lot of pressure on early, and then that's taken by Momorovsky. Momorovsky brought down 5 metres out for a handover. Oh, Boyd Cordner.
Throw it out there. I'm little perplexed by that last play. You got the game on the line. You got a 6-point lead. There's only 15 to go, if that.
Yeah.
Surely you're in a position there to take the one.
Oh, could have been actually. Yeah, very good point. That's a great shot. Once again, can't say who that was, but Val Holmes just got dropped. A little whisper in his ear. Welcome back from the NFL, Pufter. Gets back up, back into the defensive line.
Buddy.
Absolutely. Hey, Jared Hayne came back too once, and they've dropped the ball attacking the line. Oh, the errors. There's a lot of pressure in this game. It has been a good game. I have actually enjoyed this so far. We've seen some spectacular tries on Super Saturday already.
Have we what? So far, I'm throwing it out there.
He's thrown an intercept.
Probably highlight.
Which one was that one, sorry?
The James Roberts try.
Yeah. Straight through.
That one was probably my favourite so far.
Oh, no. He was through. He's thrown an intercept after going through the Railers line. Frankie. Oh, if they were coached by Craig Bellamy, there'd be glass flying from the window in front of him. He would have shattered it by now.
I've just seen the replay of that. That is ridiculous.
Oh, what is he doing? Why would you do that?
Some teams just don't want to win.
Well, he's building a case for being one of them teams at the moment. So the Chester Road Railers are back on the attack. There's not a lot of time left. Gronks might be lucky enough if they don't score here to get another set of 6 to go the length of the field. and they've just given away a penalty. Here we go. Brodie Croft is going to take the penalty shot at goal here. Put the mate in front. I mean, they won't be able to be run down.
And I think every CEO and administrator at Sportsbet has just had a massive breath of relief.
Absolutely, they have. They might even keep your I can never remember the name of it. Your ambassadorship. Yes. So during this lockdown, you still might get paid from them, but you went a long way in the last game to ensure that wasn't going to occur. So Val Holmes about to kick off. Absolutely. Kick off for the last set of 6, you would think, in this game. And Chester Road Railers have the ball, so we could be looking at another 8-point difference. And Chester Road are very likely to go to the top of the ladder with Benji Brilliance.
And what does this do for the bottom of the ladder?
Well, the interesting thing, coming into this game, the Muffin Stuffers were still last on the ladder, even though Tiger Power have lost both of their games. So they're last on the ladder with a game in hand. But they won't want to lose later on today. I'll actually take note of what the last 3 games are.
I don't think there are many teams out there that do want to lose.
No.
But yeah.
Well, Gronks have given away another penalty.
Even though another team has 2 losses, that's just a special talent.
Isn't it? And one held only by the Muffin Stuffers. So...
Well, if they're remembered for anything this year, let it be that.
Yeah. So here we go. Final play of the game. The Railers and Tedesco attacking the line of the Gronks. That's the hooter. We are all finished for Game 3 on Super Saturday. The Chester Road Railers take the win against the Gronks. Now, before we finish up, Oh, here we go. Frankie got ripped off. Frankie, I don't know how you think he got ripped off, because seriously, wow. But look, sure, maybe we will get you online later on today and you can explain, much like Todd Greenberg wants to explain what he meant by Aussie Tugboat got ripped off in the last game. Funny enough, both against the Chester Road Railers. So 14-6, aren't they? James Tedesco picks up the man of the match, probably with that last try that he scored. Unbelievable, well done.
I thought maybe it was for that dive effort, but degree of difficulty, 7.8.
Wasn't it? And how about this? Corey Horsberg, the number 13 for the Chester Road Railers, 102 player points. Huge score.
And a couple of line breaks will do that for you.
Absolutely. Josh Hodson up there with 95 and Luke Keary with 92. So clearly the Railers all over the Gronks in this game. I'm sorry, Frankie, but it has to be said. You weren't ripped off because they were clearly the better team. Looking at the stats, 64% possession, and the Gronks, 9 winning many games when you are completing 9 of 16, so a little over 50%. Which says a lot considering you only had 36% of the possession. So, how good. This is game number 3 of Super Saturday. We have already seen a golden point win to the Eagles. A very, very controversial 9. Did you see it?
Yeah, that
9
is
errors.
Crazy. Sorry to chime in late.
No, you're
delay
right.
and pixelation's killing.
Yeah. Once again, Benji Brilliance with a very, very controversial win over Cabbage. And now Chester Road Railers have knocked off the Gronks 14-6 at Belmore Stadium. Thank you very much for chiming in to game number 3 of Super Saturday. Thank you for joining us, Paulie. Go and sort EB out. All of you fans who are currently in here with us, go and get yourself a few beers ready to go. Get yourself a bit of lunch. Honestly, the next game is the blockbuster being played at ANZ Stadium. Farah Barras versus Preckled Phoenix. Not a game to miss. You are currently watching Super Saturday. Hope you are enjoying it. Thank you for joining me, and we will see you for the next game.